Spring hits the South Shore, and suddenly driveways fill with mulch bags and weekend projects. Warmer days naturally bring out serious buyers. But spring energy doesn't mean you can just stick a for sale sign in the yard and wait for top dollar. Timing alone will not guarantee a successful sale. To prepare your home to stand out, you need a few prerequisites before your prep sprint. Some sturdy packing bins, basic hand tools, materials for an exterior spruce-up, and access to local market data. We'll walk through a 5-minute rapid weekend prep checklist covering 5 core steps: strategic pricing, decluttering, small repairs, curb appeal, and your launch plan. This structured sequence simplifies the preparation process, ensuring your home attracts maximum buyer interest the moment it hits the market. Step 1 is pricing strategically. If you look at any competitive South Shore neighborhood right now, pricing sets the tone for the entire sale. A common failure point is pricing too high based on emotional attachment. Even the strongest spring market will not save a home priced above its true value. This chart compares time on market for overpriced versus strategically priced homes. Finding your sweet spot means relying on objective neighborhood comps. Pricing at the neighborhood average acts as a magnet. Buyers line up and multiple offers roll in opening weekend. Step 2 moves our focus to the interior space for decluttering and depersonalizing. Clutter eats equity. The most common mistake sellers make is leaving out too much personal attachment, which severely distracts potential buyers from assessing the actual home. Apply a strict 50% rule. Pack up and remove at least half of the furniture, personal photos, and seasonal clothing in every single room. In a typical South Coast ranch, once you remove that excess bulk, the transformation is obvious. The natural light suddenly feels stronger, and the actual dimensions of the room open up. Removing physical clutter reveals the home's features, making it easier for buyers to mentally project their own lives into the space. Step 3 is making small repairs. For this, you need to adopt the perspective of a hypercritical buyer walking through the home for the first time. They notice the minor issues immediately: a dripping faucet, a small dent in the drywall, or a squeaky door. These unaddressed items cause psychological damage to the sale. Buyers automatically assume that if the visible small things are broken, the home suffers from massive hidden maintenance neglect. Execute quick, cheap fixes to prevent this. Swap out burnt-out light bulbs and tighten loose cabinet hardware to create a bulletproof, move-in ready feel. Step 4 is boosting curb appeal, shifting our focus to the exterior impact during those highly trafficked weekend showings. First impressions dictate the showing. A buyer's ultimate decision is often subconsciously locked in while they are simply walking up your driveway. Execute specific, high-return exterior upgrades. Lay fresh mulch, trim overgrown shrubs, and replace faded house numbers. Deep clean the entryway walkways before buyers arrive. Blasting away years of grime from the concrete creates a highly visible, transformative impact. A flawless exterior combined with a repaired interior signals deep care and dependability. This successfully neutralizes buyer hesitation before negotiations even begin. The final milestone is Step 5, leading with a launch plan. All of your flawless prep work is wasted if you launch the home onto the market randomly without a coordinated schedule. This timeline outlines a successful launch. Lock in consecutive dates for final staging and professional photography, aligning them with your opening weekend. Targeting seasonal peak demand windows, like Lead May, maximizes competitive energy and drives up the final sale price. A defined launch plan replaces the uncertainty of the process with a predictable schedule, ensuring your property enters the market at the peak of seasonal demand. You have successfully completed the weekend sprint. Your property has transformed from overwhelmed to fully market-ready. You achieved the core guaranteed outcomes: a flawlessly prepped interior, eye-catching curb appeal, a data-driven price, and a definitive timeline. Taking this perfectly prepped home across the finish line requires an expert partner who deeply understands the local South Shore and South Coast markets. Stop guessing your way through the process. Reach out to Corcoran, Realtor at Better Living Real Estate to execute this plan and officially launch your listing. By combining smart, actionable preparation with dedicated professional guidance, achieving exceptional real estate results is entirely within your grasp.